Ahí la tiene Maradona, lo marcan dos, pisa la pelota Maradona, arranca por la derecha el genio del fútbol mundial y deja el tercero a tocar para Borruchaga siempre Maradona, genio,
What a game! I don't know about you, but we were on the edge of our seats. Diego Maradona is a soccer god for many people and is regarded as one of the top football players in the 1980s, as well as one of the greatest of all time. He took the Argentinian national football team to the FIFA World Cup in Mexico in 1986 and was an essential piece to the victory over England in the final game. He scored two of the most legendary controversial goals of all time. During this game, he strategically dribbled through several of the English defensemen, quickly passing the goalkeeper and epically scoring a goal for his team. In another occurrence during the 1980s final, Maradona scored a goal which is known today as the hand of God. He scored this goal with his hand and the referee thought the ball had ricocheted off his head. To England's dismay, the goal counted and it went down as one of the most controversial goals in the history of the sport. During the entire tournament in Mexico, he was fouled 53 times and holds the record for suffering the most number of fouls in a World Cup. Let's jump right into his personal life. On November 7, 1989, Diego married Claudia Villafane and the two had two daughters, Dalma Nerea and Giannina Dinora. And in 2009, Maradona became a grandfather. He also has two other children from other relationships, Jana and Diego Fernando. After 15 years of marriage, Claudia and Diego divorced in 2004. During the divorce process, Maradona admitted to fathering another boy named Diego Sinagra, who was born in Naples in September of 1986. In 1993, Maradona refused to undergo a paternity test. His son Diego Jr. met Maradona for the first time in May of 2003 when he hoaxed his way into a golf course in Italy where Maradona was playing. Diego Jr. is now a football player in Italy. As legendary as he might have seemed, Diego definitely had his fair share of scandals. For example, in 2014, his girlfriend at the time, Rocio Olivia, accused him of assault, an assault that she recorded on her phone. In the brief clip, you can hear Olivia pleading, quote, "Stop, Diego, stop hitting me," end quote. He denied all allegations saying, quote, "I sent the phone flying, but I swear by my children that I never raised my hand to a woman. The story starts and finishes there," end quote. Maradona was also a cocaine addict. He couldn't even restrain himself from his snowy addiction while playing professional football, and in an all-star game in Pasadena, he allegedly sniffed cocaine on the pitch after he triumphantly scored a goal for his team. Despite his love of blow, Diego always remained loyal and committed to his family. Did you know that his relationship with his family was so tight-knit that according to an interview with Sports Illustrated, his phone bills were a minimum of $15,000 per month from calling his parents and siblings? Diego Armando Maradona was born on October 30, 1960 in Buenos Aires, Argentina. He is the fifth of 8 children raised by Diego Sr. and Doña Tota, who gave him his first soccer ball at the age of 3. Diego is considered to be the top player of the 20th century, according to the International de Football Association, with his statistics of 249 goals in his 21 years as a professional football player in official club games. He has also scored 34 goals for his national team in 91 games. Diego Maradona was tremendously talented from an early age. At the age of 8, he joined the team of Las Cebollitas, or Little Onions, and went on to win a national championship. At the age of 15, he made his first division debut. By the time he was 16, he debuted in the national team, making him the youngest Argentinian to ever do so. Unfortunately, Diego was unable to participate in the 1978 World Cup, since his teammates, as well as the coaches, deemed him way too young to participate. He took his his disappointment and turn it into a triumph, proving everyone wrong when he led the Argentinian under-20 national team to victory in the 1979 World Cup Championship. In 1981, he started playing for Boca Juniors, demonstrating his incredible dribbling skills that are considered to be the best of all time, even until today. These legendary skills once again led his team to win the championship that year. The following year, he moved to FC Barcelona, where he played until 1983, the year Barcelona won the Spanish Cup, and he later transferred to SSC Napoli, where he would play until 1991. He helped the Naples club reach one of its highest points by winning the league title and cup in 1987, and the league title again in 1990. He was finally living his dream. He was on top of the world until his career came to a full stop all of a sudden when he was arrested in Argentina for cocaine possession. He was punished with a 15-month suspension from playing football. From the mid-1980s to 2004, Maradona was addicted to cocaine and allegedly began using in 1983. And by the time he began playing for Napoli, he was fully immersed in his addiction, which began interfering with his ability to play football. Although he made appearances in the FIFA World Cups of 1982, 86, 90 and 94, his most memorable performance was in 1986, when Argentina was victorious over England and where he scored those aforementioned legendary goals. In 1994, he was not able to fully participate because he tested positive for the drug ephedrine and was suspended from the tournament. When he was finally cleared to play again, he played for Sevilla in Spain, and he returned to Boca Juniors in 1995, where he would play his last match in October 25, 1997. This midfielder became a national hero for everyone, but especially for the working class in both Argentina and Italy, as they were able to live their aspirations through the boy who started with humble beginnings and became an inspirational international football star. It would interest you to know that the international star was also treated for hepatitis and effects of alcohol abuse in March 2007. After being readmitted to a hospital in Buenos Aires, he was released on April 11th. He was readmitted once again 2 days later. Following this event, there was many rumors about his health, including 3 false claims of his death within a month. He also suffered from obesity. At one point, he gained 218 pounds, or 130 kilos. He was hospitalized in the years of 2000 and 2004 due to heart problems, and the second time he was hospitalized, he was required to use a respirator to breathe properly. He remained obese from the end of his playing career until undergoing gastric bypass surgery on March 2005 in a clinic in Colombia. The surgeon advised him to follow a strict liquid diet for 3 months to return to a normal weight. The diet evidently worked because upon resuming public appearances shortly after, he was seen to be noticeably thinner. After retiring from being a football player, Diego would go on to coach the Argentinian national team from 2008 to 2010, and would later go on to coach the United Arab Emirates club in 2011. In 2018, he was coaching in Mexico the team Dorados de Sinaloa, and finally he went on to coach Argentina's Primera División club, Gimnasia de La Plata, from September 2019 until his death in November 2020. On November 25, 2020, after a preliminary autopsy led to the Argentinian press, it was discovered that Diego Armando Maradona died in his sleep in his home in Buenos Aires, Argentina, after suffering from heart failure, which then caused a pulmonary edema, which is known as fluid accumulation in the lungs, tissues, and air spaces. The preliminary autopsy also reported that this football star had dilated cardiomyopathy, a condition known to cause the heart muscles to weaken and become so enlarged that is unable to pump enough blood to the rest of the body. For a big chunk of his life, Diego suffered with a drug addiction, not being able to resist its effects. This serves as a reminder that no matter how famous you get, you're still human and you are not immune to addiction or any other illness. His struggle with addiction reminds me of our next star's struggle with drug addiction as well.
This next star went from being a beloved child actor to sustaining a drug addiction after his parents divorced when he was 15 years old. When he made his family disappear, he enjoyed every second of his sweet freedom. Can you guys guess who we're talking about? No? You guys give up or you're thirsty for more? Keep the change, you filthy animal.